morning, guys. What is going on? Welcome back. Man, do we have so much to catch up on. I have so much to explain to you guys. I apologize for leaving you guys with the cliffhanger at the end. Maybe I should have done that a little bit differently. It was late. I really just wanted to get to sleep. So since what was it? Thursday night? Friday morning, I can't even remember at this point. So I left you guys off that night. We woke up the next morning, and ever since then it has just been absolute craziness. We had some issues with the dually, which I'll explain. Basically that whole day that really we were supposed to talk about the drag truck, pick up the drag truck, was devoted to trying to fix the dually before we came home. So I didn't pick up the camera because I was so worried about the dually that I had to try and focus on getting that done. But we are home. We do have the drag truck. We're actually leaving shortly to go drop off the drag truck to the new owner. He's only about an hour away. He's kind of local. You guys will meet him. You guys will see what's going on with him. But we need to. We'll get into the reason why we sold the dually, or I'm sorry, sold the drag truck. But guys, we have there is a new drag truck. It's not done. It's not purchased. It's not done yet. We are going to be building a new drag truck. Guys. What, you guys really think I would leave you guys without a drag truck build? No way. But there's a couple reasons why we decided to start over, start fresh. Anyway, the issues that we were having with the dually, I woke up that morning, was driving there, check engine light comes on for a map sensor code, the code that's like the sensor that's in the, I'll show you guys, in the Banks manifold. This little sensor right here, we were getting codes for this sensor right here. So I kind of, cleared the codes a couple times, pulled the pigtail, pulled the connector out, took a look at the wiring, took a look at the sensor. You know what? I called Chase. We got a new sensor, plugged that in, was still having the same issues. Long story short, if you come over here to the intake side of things, this sensor right here almost looks identical. So the new sensor that we had gotten, that we had put in over on the Banks side, was the wrong sensor the entire time. That's the long and short of the short. But I was going back and forth all day because we thought we had the right sensor in there. Why was these codes still coming up? Was it a wire? The truck has 11,000 miles on it, so I guess it's not technically brand new anymore, but I was pretty much losing my mind because I'm like, I don't want to drive home like this. So that's the long story short of what happened to the dually. The guys at HPP spent pretty much almost all day with me trying to figure out what the heck could possibly be going on with something so simple, but we got it figured out. We got it figured out really late Friday night. I was supposed to try and pick up the drag truck, leave kind of mid-afternoon, get back and drop the truck off yesterday, which never happened. So I pretty much have not slept a whole lot. I drove through the night to try and get back. I got back super late last night, and here we are today. So there's the update on the Kentucky trip. Again, I wanted to, we haven't really spent a whole lot of time down there at King Speed talking to Chase and Michael and kind of going over things, and I apologize for that because that was my whole intention, leaving myself with enough time, except for that thing back there. If it wasn't, if that is not my luck, I don't know what would be my luck. But anyway, that wraps up that segment of explaining why we're jumping all the way back to home instead of yesterday. Next up on the topic list, I've been seeing some stuff about why we are not in the shop, about the shop, about working in the shop, stuff like that. Guys, we are getting back to the shop. This whole drag truck thing has been, I can't even express, like, it seems like I've just made a whimsical decision on selling this, when in reality this has taken me quite some time, quite some thought, so many phone calls and back and forth in my mind. This was a well thought out decision, and what I think for my best interests is what's best. But anyway, the shop work. We are going to be getting back to the shop work. I've said this a couple different times, guys. This is not really a DIY channel. We don't install parts every single day. This is more of a day in the life of Greg, if you will, which primarily revolves around mostly truck stuff. So, but we're waiting on a lot of parts. That's just plain and simple. We're waiting on a lot of parts. So the dually, you know, we have full suspension that we're waiting on. I have a turbo for it. What else do I have? I have a complete fuel system for it that we're going to be doing. We're waiting on suspension stuff and tires for that truck. We desperately need to get back and finish the first gen, which we will be doing. But with working a full job, we just have had a lot of stuff going on, and I know that that has made for some lack of shop content, which we will be getting back to. There's no need to lose your mind. So that's all I have to say about that. This video, obviously, we are trying to catch up you guys with the storyline of what the heck is going on with this thing primarily. So that's what this video is going to be about. If you are really just... This is not a parts installation video either, unfortunately. So, but again, we will be getting back to that. So, that's all I have to say about that. Anyway, yeah, let's talk about the drag truck a little bit. So, the whole goal was to try to finish this up before the end of the year, get it to the track, and then focus on next year. So we kind of pulled the plug on getting it done for before the season ended, just because primarily I wanted to take my time. There were parts that we were still going to be really waiting on that we're going to push our time frame back, that I just did not. I was like, you know what, like at this point, why don't we just regroup, see if we can't make this thing even better for next year, take a look at some of the parts that we originally wanted to try and keep on here for time's sake. Like the rear axle, changing a couple other little, maybe not little things around, but re-gearing for next year to make a even better truck. So we had talked about cutting the firewall out, moving the engine back, seeing that that had not been done yet, possibly removing the floor, changing the axles. Again, if we're gonna, you know, bag this year completely, we have now a whole lot more time to try and make this thing better. So, and I guess it kind of comes back to personal, like, you know, when I think about the ultimate drag truck, you know, like the Rudy's trucks. The Rudy's trucks are, man, they are insanely immaculate. They are so awesome. And those are kind of more in the like unlimited class, and that's kind of like, I don't know, I guess where I really want it to be. I had this truck, but at the end of the day, we started with a truck versus just tubing and maybe a full fiberglass body. Maybe that was my first, like originally when I know this part of the video might go all over the place, just because, again, guys, like this has been thought about, conversed about between me and a couple different people for, man, like maybe probably more than a month or two. Like, so I'm trying to regroup my thoughts here. I don't have a notepad with pen and paper on my bullet points here. We'll start with, you know, when we got this truck. My plans were to leave the factory rear frame rails, if you guys remember, and do just an 850 cage. Well, it did kind of snowball into a higher cert cage and back halving this truck, which I guess maybe I really wasn't prepared for. We kind of just snowballed and it happened, and it is what it is. There's no problem. But looking at the truck now, where it kind of lands, in knowing that I want to race the ODSS diesel series, which is kind of like the biggest points series events, you know, where does this truck fall? Where does this truck land? Where it currently sits, and the time, effort, and money it's going to take to move into certain classes. So really, primarily, you have a 5.9 index class, which is not heads-up racing, it is bracket racing, just a very fast bracket racing. Then you have Pro Street, then you have Pro Mod. So I guess the way I kind of look at Pro Mod versus Pro Street is the only difference is the weight. Pro Street, you have to weigh 4,500 pounds, which by all means is still kind of heavy. Those guys break stuff all the time, just nature of the beast when you're pushing that much horsepower and you are that heavy. So when you get into Pro Mod, a little bit different, but the biggest difference is you don't have to weigh 4,500 pounds. Those guys are, you know, I'm not saying they're similar vehicles, but you could take a Pro Street build, drop the weight of, like the top contenders in Pro Street right now, if they drop the weight, they could be competitive in Pro Mod. That's where I'm kind of at with it. So anyway, let's get back to the class. I really do not want to run 590 index. I want to run a heads up class. I still want to run ODSS. I don't think Pro Street really fits me with the weight and the amount of work that those guys do to their stuff all of the time. I know going to say Pro Mod isn't gonna change all of that, but it's basically going to get a lighter truck, a more unique truck. Where we ended up with is the money, even though yes, I'm going to be taking a hit selling this truck right now. If we were to say finish this truck completely, and maybe you know, even when if I raced it like 1 year, pulled the engine, pulled the trans, and sold it as a more complete roller, I would be losing even more money. So yes, while even though we just finished this part of the truck and we're selling it, yes, we're going to be taking a hit, but we would be taking even more of a hit if I decided that I want to jump up a class or invest any more money into this chassis when we really could have just started over and built what probably I maybe should have built in the first place. That's kind of what it comes down to. Race vehicles, you're never gonna make money. You're always gonna lose money no matter what you, pretty much no matter what you do. But I think at this point, like I said, if we kind of sell it the way it is now, roll that into the new truck, we are going to end up with what I really am excited about. You know, probably more in the Pro Mod class, and really Pro Mod only because I want this thing to be super unique, super light, you know, and just be a little bit different. I try to keep you guys in the loop as much as possible. I really don't try to hide anything from you guys, but there also is, when I'm still deciding things, if I were to say, hey guys, I'm thinking about selling this like a month ago, you'd be like, what? You know, but now that I've made my final decision, it's already happening. I'm bringing you guys in now. Hopefully you guys understand that. Hope you guys are pumped for the new, I know you guys were a little attached to this, and this thing is awesome. I love this thing, but I do think if a year from now or a little while down the road we were to complete this thing, and in the back of my mind I knew I kind of wanted something a little bit different, it's hard to explain all the emotions that are kind of wrapped up in this decision. It was a very big decision, but yeah, I think that's hopefully I explained everything to you guys. Alrighty, I think we have made it. These streets are pretty tight, but I think we are here. What's up, Cody?
What's going on, guys?
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Say hello to the internet. Do you want me to back up over there? Are you excited?
I'm very excited.
I would be excited too. This thing is sweet. Alrighty. There she is in her final resting home. We took off my steering box that I had put on there, took off my roller wheels. Cody, you're gonna be using these for the time being?
Yeah, I had these when the build first started out, so I'll just use it to roll around for now.
We took my brakes and I think that's it. Oh, we took out my blown up block, my blown up mock-up block that needs to be turned into a table. And that's about it. So do you have a class that you're going to run next year? I mean, local stuff around here, Pennsylvania, New Jersey-ish, tri-state, like there's like unlimited, really.
Right.
This is going to be in the unlimited class here.
There's a lot of stuff around here I want to do. I'm not out there to be the biggest and the best. I get very competitive.
Oh yeah.
And I just want to have fun.
Yeah, this is, so your other truck is over here?
Yeah, the one I originally started out doing.
Cody was pretty much building
the same.
The exact same thing as what?
It started out as a quad cab short bed. I got rid of that because quad cabs are heavy, and got this single cab, got the front clip, I got doors. I was literally doing the same thing you were doing.
Yeah.
I opened shop up here, and I just don't have time to do it anymore.
Yep.
It made so much more sense to
Yep.
pick up where you left off.
So this is the regular cab truck off of this?
No, I bought this cab off.
Oh, okay.
I actually found it online. It was local.
Oh, is this your quad cab frame?
This
Oh,
was
you
the
were
quad cab,
you were just gonna chop.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
pretty. See, the quad cabs have 3 body mounts per side,
Yeah.
versus a single cab only has 2. And with that cage anyway, it didn't really affect me because it would have had been
Right.
the frame as well.
Yeah. So you were just gonna modify this one?
Yeah.
Because this one already had your bed supports done and everything?
Yep.
Gotcha.
Had the bed supports. We had the shock mounts in the back for the AFCOs and.
So these two are your other personal trucks?
Yeah.
It's another guy like me. Got too many trucks.
Yeah.
Look at this bad boy. Woo! So what's the setup on this thing?
That's it.
Did you ever race this? Or this is a stick truck, you said, right?
It is stick.
Okay.
I've raced it in a couple of the 8th mile stuff. It's fun. It's fun on the street. It's slow until you get going, but
P-pump 24 valve.
yeah.
Looks like big set of twins.
Yeah, it's a 467.7 and a 591.
Nice.
13 mil shide pump.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 6x22 injectors.
Wow.
I bought this off the original owner when I was 18.
Oh,
out of
wow.
Las Vegas, Nevada. Since I've owned it, I got caught in the rain once with it. I wanted to cry. And it's never seen salt. It only has about 80,000 original miles.
Can I pop the door open?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Got my batteries moved it back. Little fun stuff.
Oh, geez, look at that. So this thing's sitting over here. So Cody already has an engine for the drag truck, a King Speed engine, correct?
Yeah.
So what do you do not want to tell about this guy?
It's basically just a sleeve down 6.7. It still has water in it.
Yep, coolant.
Bigger valves, side draft. I mean, has everything King Speed can offer for a very good engine.
Really, that's awesome. So like that's the big thing too. Like if you're gonna run, say even if you did run ODSS or 590 or something like that, a coolant engine is gonna get cooled down much faster than a solid engine, which is kind of where I was headed or planned to. Can't really see much behind that nice wrapped up beauty, but
Yeah.
well, I thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I wish you good luck. Me and Cody have known each other for quite a while, so you guys will see the truck out here local next year, tearing it up, and I'll have my new truck. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you very much. Alrighty guys, we are pulling out of here. Make sure you guys go give Cody a follow. Alrighty guys, just pulled back in, hit a bunch of traffic on the way home, but we are finally home. Truck is dropped off. Cody is a awesome dude. The truck will be out next year. If you're local to where I normally race, you will still see the truck. And Cody is gonna finish it extremely well, I have no doubt in my mind. So we do have the old drag wheels and tires, the 16s, we have the brakes, and we have the air to water stuff. So we have a lot of other stuff that he was not interested that we pulled off for him. But other than that, it is time for us to move on to the new drag truck build. So again, I will keep you guys updated as stuff is happening with that. We're gonna be buying a whole lot of plane tickets and going down to Kentucky and visiting the King Speed guys on a very regular basis. Don't think for one second that you guys are not gonna be included in the new drag truck build. We will probably be covering the new drag truck build even more intensely, even though it's further away. I am going to make it happen. We are going to be down there giving them a hand with every step of the process. They are not going to be doing a truck for me and then me just picking it up. It is going to be a very team effort with King Speed and I, Chase and Michael, getting the new truck build. We're all very excited about it. If you guys were excited about the last one, you guys are really going to be excited for this one. This is going to be some really cool next level stuff. We don't have every single detail lined out, but this truck is going to be lighter, faster, even cooler, if you can imagine, cooler than the last truck build. It's going to be sweet. There have been talks. I don't know if this is the final decision, but I'm going to let you know now. I'm just being open. There has been talks about a full fiberglass first gen body on it. So that would be really cool. There's going to be some really cool stuff, and I know you guys are going to love it. And I hate to keep rambling about it, but that's it, guys. I felt like in the last video you guys thought that this was like a doom and gloom, like we sold it, there's nothing else, like that's it. No, this is just the beginning. And yeah, that's it. So next video, stay tuned. We're gonna be working on something. We're gonna grab some parts. We're gonna get our hands dirty. We're gonna start wrenching. So thank you guys so much for all of the continued support. I love you guys. Hit the like button before you leave. Subscribe if you have not already. And I will see you guys tomorrow. See you.